Welcome to Windows XP Labs. We're going to talk about user accounts and how to create them. There's three different ways you can create user accounts. First, you can go by clicking on Start and going to Control Panel, into User Accounts, and then here you can see under User Accounts, Users. So we can go ahead and change accounts, create accounts, and change the way they come on. So if we want to make a new account, like an example, I'm going to make Liz. We can hit Next. Here, by default, Windows XP has two levels of accounts. When you're using user accounts, you can use Computer Administrator, which has full access, and Limited, which gives them the capability of changing, removing your password, changing their pictures, desktops. It's a limited account. So you can click Create, and then voila, you have a new account. And then you can go in here and change. You can change the name. You can change the picture. So if you're not happy with that, you can. Not really much of a chess player, you can do that. And then here, you can change the account. Now you cannot change the account if you're logged in. Like an example, if I'm logged in as Liz, I would not be able to change this because I'm not an administrator. Since I am logged in as the admin account, I can do this. Another way of doing this, I'm just going to put this over here to the side, is going to Start, right click on my computer, go to Manage, and then here, I'll make this bigger. We can go to Users and Groups. Here, you can see Liz is here, so we're going to right click and add new user. So here you can put a little more information. You can do a little more advanced settings here. So let's make a user called Tom. Let's say Tom Smith as his name. We can set up where in this checkbox, if this is checked, what will happen is when Tom logs in for the first time, it's going to be required to change his password. So like most companies do is put a default password in there. When the user goes in there, it's going to make them change their password so they don't use the default password. And then check that. You can set where the user can't change his password. So this will be like an example, like service accounts, things like that. Passwords that don't expire. You may use this also for service accounts. So any type of account you're having a service running in there. And disable, essentially what it does is disables the account. So that account is no longer immediately disabled. So if the admin checks this box, the user account is now disabled immediately. So I'm going to uncheck this because we want to create a new account. And we're just going to go ahead and leave this, so we're not going to require a password, and we're going to hit Create, and then we're going to hit Done. And also I want to show, since we're right in here, you have your different groups. You have your administrator groups, you have your backup operators, guest group, network configuration, power users, remote desktop users, replication users, and help service groups. So the main three that most people will play with is either the power user, remote user. That allows you to, that person wants a remote desktop into a machine. You have to be in that group, or administrator groups. So those are two groups you have to be in to be able to use remote desktop. All right. So that's the second one I wanted to show. And then the third one is we're going to use the command line. So here, we're going to type in net user /question mark to get the help. So you can see net helps if I can spell user. So here we're going to create a username Bill space. We're going to make this password 1234 / and in caps. And you can see now that's successful. So now if we go back here to users and we refresh this, this should work. There's Tom. Alright, so I guess we have to close these out to see these accounts. So we're going to go ahead and click Start, Control Panel, Users. Aha, there we go. We have the Bill account, we have the Smith account that we set up. And now if we go to right click, oops, we right click. I guess I gotta learn how to right click. And manage, and go to users. There's our bill account. So by default this will be a limited account. So that's the 3 ways of creating a user account in Windows XP. Thanks for watching.